Good morning. It's Saturday, and I was gonna say, oh my god, do I start this video over? Whatever. Everybody's clicked off already. I was gonna say, one of the reasons I am excited that it's the weekend is for there to be less traffic on the roads. Anyway, yesterday I talked about going on a walk. Oh my god. I talked about going on a walk yesterday evening after dinner. I will hold myself accountable and say I did not do that, but I did something different that I feel like is essentially the same thing. But for some reason I had a lot of good ideas yesterday. A lot of new connections. And one of those connections was, I don't know where this came from, just like came out of nowhere. But in the context of like overstimulating myself, too much just like doing things on my phone, and not enough just being present, walking, just not doing things on my phone, I guess. I see some context here. The food places I've been going to have been really close to the hostel I'm staying at, like within a block. Takes a couple minutes because this intersection is really bad. It takes a while, but they're very close. And I walked the other day to this shopping mall that was like 15 minutes walk away. And I was like, oh, it's so far, like compared to the ones that are right around the corner from my hostel. But then I was like, well, hold on. I'm assuming that like a 15-minute walk over and a 15-minute walk back is less desirable than a 5-minute walk or less midday. And I remembered one of the things that I learned in one of the lessons that I learned in Bali, one of those weeks, was that midday I need like an actual break from my focus in order to recover from my morning work session. And like watching YouTube videos is not a break from my focus, but like walking is, you know? And so, but one of the reasons I didn't walk midday, and I wanted to, was in Bali, was because the UV is like 100. That's not true. Like 11 every day. And it's super hot. And I didn't feel like putting on like heaps of sunscreen like every afternoon. But here there are a whole bunch of buildings and trees and stuff like that, so you can actually get shade midday. And so I was like, wait a second, I'm assuming that a longer walk is actually not good. Well, what if it's the other way around? Like, what if this is actually an opportunity? The fact that there's a shopping mall with actually some good healthy food options and food court 15 minutes away, 15 to 20 minutes away, and I could use it. I can pretty much walk the whole way in the shade midday, walk 15-20 minutes over, walk 15-20 minutes back. I won't be on my phone as I walk. And I was like, it's actually not a bad idea. And so that's what I did yesterday, and it actually worked well. Despite okay, there's a food court at the last co-living hotel that I stayed at, or next to. Turns out it's like a chain, not a chain, they just have multiple locations, same brand, same food court, same restaurants even. It's like 12, 15 different little food stands. And they have bubble tea as well, the same that I got at the last place. And so it's like, is this just an excuse for me to get bubble tea? So I went and I got a bubble tea, and I asked for lead. This story is so funny. Oh my god, I can't believe it happened. I ordered it was like a black and white pearl oolong milk tea, whatever that means. And I asked for less ice, which I usually do, and this time I asked for less sugar, because I was like, the amount of sugar in these things, like, it can't be good, So there's like the stand, or not the stand, but like the machines, they're making the stuff, and I'm standing there waiting for the drink to come out, and I'm watching the guy like make the drinks, and he takes one. There's one that was like a really light, looked like a fruit tea or something like that. He was making that one. Then he took another one. He filled the tea up, and then poured it into a cup, like a big mixing cup. And then there are these big jugs of, there's I'm fairly certain it's sugar. It's like white granules. And then there was something else next to it, and he takes this, it looks like a probably like this, but like that deep. It was probably like 2 tablespoon scoop, and he scoops it into what looks like the sugar. I'm just gonna call it sugar. He scoops it in the sugar, and so you have like 2 tablespoons, but then he like kind of goes up the side of the bin thing, so it was like a mound. So it's probably like 3 tablespoons, and he goes, scoops one, pours it in, and scoops a second one, and I'm like, holy cow, that's a lot of sugar. And then he shakes it up, and I'm like, oh my god, like, that's a lot. Whatever this drink is, I'm gonna not get this one, because I cannot be putting that much sugar in my body. And so he's like shaking it up, puts the ice in, and then pours it into the thing, and then does the little topper thing, and then it comes out, and I walk over, and there's a different guy standing on the other side, on my side, and he's handing out drinks and stuff, and I'm like, excuse me, oh, that drink that just came out, which one's that, what's that one called? Thinking to myself, okay, whatever that one is, stay clear away from that one. And he takes the receipt and he shows me, he's like, oh, it's black and white pearl something milk tea. And I didn't understand, he spoke in English, but I didn't understand what he said. But I looked at the receipt, and it said less sugar, and I was like, less sugar? Really? And so I was like, okay, cool. And I start to walk away, and the guy goes, wait, no, that one's yours. And I turn around and I pick it up, and I'm like, oh my god, as I walk away. Oh, I could not have scripted that. Anyway, So I'm not going to be getting a bubble tea every day, because holy cow. Anyway, the walk was good. The bubble tea is not good. I mean, it tasted good, but so I think I think this is a good change. I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna do it again today. The downside is I get tempted with getting a bubble tea. But see, the problem is there's a portion of the bubble tea that's actually helpful, which is a little bit of an energy boost and the caffeine from the tea, which helps my afternoon work sessions. So I need to figure out how to either substitute it or I don't know. Anyway, I think that's. Oh, and then I went for the reason why I didn't do an after dinner walk. I went to the gym yesterday for the first time, and oh my god, this Anytime. So okay, first of all, they have Anytime Fitness locations here. They're like 30 in Kuala Lumpur. They're also in Singapore, and I knew like Anytime Fitness had like global locations and whatever, but I was expecting it to be like, oh, you know, once every whatever, not like 30 locations in Kuala Lumpur. So I shout out to my mom and dad, had them ship my key fob to me, so I now have access to Anytime Fitness locations here. And I went to this one, and it's like so clean. The machines are incredibly high quality. Like, holy cow. This is the best gym I think I've ever been to. And it's like brand new too. So the only problem is it's a 10-minute run along roads like this. Oh god. I tripped and fell because I was looking at my phone. As I was running, I was looking at my Whoop to check my heart rate, and there was just this random like metal post that was like cut, that was in the middle of the sidewalk, and it was sticking up like this far, and I kicked it with my foot, and I just fell over. So anyway, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I didn't go for a run, and then I ran straight to a restaurant or like a food place after, and it was too late, and I was like, I need to stretch and meditate and go to bed, and yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening to my rambling. See you tomorrow. Bye.